Hello guys, FGF here. Today, FNAF 3 turns 10 years old. Today I am going to celebrate it like last time. We're going to be talking about any FNAF fan game that has a 3 on it, because why not? We did this before, we're doing this again. Don't note, we're not going to do as many of them because there's not as many threequels as there were sequels, so be warned. Be ready warned. Alright, let's get on with Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Yay. This was supposed to be the final game in the trilogy, which is honestly kind of scary because we only got more games because of how no one liked Springtrap's jump scare. Oh yes, and we'll talk about the deluxe later, but let's talk about this game. The reason why I love this game, because it's green. Pretty much it. As you would know by now, my favorite color is green. Yes, green. And green is pretty much everywhere in this game, from the actual main character himself, Springtrap, who is obviously the fan favorite, the main villain, the encore, the myth, the legend, the 30 years boy. If he even did rot it for 30 years, I mean, there's now a theory that was only 20 years or 15 years or something like that. I don't know, it's complicated. And the thing that separates this game from all the other FNAF games were pretty much all the mini games, because half of them were secretive. You had to unlock them in order to get a good ending, which not exactly others done. Sis Location did it, but it was like for one mini game, and that's pretty much it. And I honestly wish more fan games did this, or hell, games in general. But there are some things I wish they added, like Phantom Bonnie. Look, I get Springtrap is supposed to be the Bonnie, but seeing how this was the final game, or was supposed to, it felt not off not having an OG with you. Like, you should have had all the OGs. Freddy, Foxy, and Chica wasn't exactly enough, at least for me. Like, you had to have Bonnie in there, especially when this is the finale. I also wish the toys had more of a role in the game instead of just props and mini games. Like, part of me did wish we did see them as wizards. Like, okay, like, you didn't need to add in a mask head. They could have just been the vents. Honestly, like, each section, each vent could have been for a specific animatronic. That would have been cool. But as it stands, FNAF 3 is still a fun game. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't played that much, but I think it is. Alright, fan game time. Let's, I don't really have that much to say about Thomas 3. Then I also love the green tone it has-ish. But let's talk about something that everyone loves. Five Nights at Warriors 3. The first game that was beyond any fan game. Why, you might ask. First of all, this was the first fan game to take place in a house, I think. But instead of just being in the damn living room the whole game, which I'm not sure how that would work, you could actually choose what room to hide in for each night, with all new mechanics every time. And probably having the most emotional ending in the game, with having being the true ending. Though to get it, it's not exactly as big as FNAF 3. You just have to collect simple pieces, and actually, you kind of have to get both endings. You're actually forced to get it, unless you just do a cheat where you just start a new game after you have 3 pieces and just go the other route or something like that. Also, the 2.0 does something even better. Specifically with its custom night. It's not a custom night. It's a custom game where you can build your own 5 nights with all the rooms available, along with a daytime quest where it pretty much is the same game, but in between the nights you have to look around the house mini game style to find food to eat. Overall, this game is amazing. I cannot wait for the deluxe edition to come out. Oh damn, that's about to be big. Alright, let's talk about the Return to Freddy's 3. That is confusing. I don't know where to start, honestly. This game is very iconic, believe it or not, because it introduced everyone to the one, the only Lockjaws. I consider that because he was only an Easter egg in the first 2 games, but now he's the main enemy, along with Kitty Fazcat and the OG gang in the recycled form. That's what I like to call them, the recycled animatronics. And a new snake animatronic named Vigo. Everyone loves him. Now, how this game works, I don't freaking know, honestly. There are door systems in the cams, kind of like the vent systems, and I assume you just have to close them when an animatronic's in the cam. While if someone is in that flashing hallway in front of you, you just corrupt the signal. There's also this other thing called the view animatronic, where you view one animatronic's viewpoint. I don't know how that works. There's also mini games as well, kind of like FNAF 3, but I never explored any of them. I haven't even seen all of them. Kind of wish I did though. I should have, but I don't think there was any tutorial of them. And there's a Night 8, apparently. But as it stands, Return to Freddy's 3 gives everyone some beautiful memories. Final Fantasy Smudgers 3, I don't have that much to say, but I can say one thing I like, which were all the cutscenes in between the nights. Those were very cool and told a very emotional story about Smudger. And plus, it actually set up the 4th game really well, which I'll have a lot to say when we do the FNAF 4 10th anniversary thingy. But anyways, let's move on to Five Nights at Tubbyland 3, the end game, as it's called, because it's the end game of the Tubbyland series, where you have everyone. Yes, everyone. You have all the Teletubbies, but they're prototypes this time. You have Poe Dameron from the first game, but even more beat up. Nunu is still here. The walking speaker thing is still here. Dipsy Creation, whatever the frick. I don't know. There's like this weird type of creation type thing. It's pretty much an animatron that has all the heads of the Teletubbies, but its main dude is Dipsy because he has his hat. And Mr. PTLD93. All these boys, they're not all boys, they're gonna try to get you, and you must close 3 doors for specific people while trying to recharge power by turning off the lights. I think the final cut, the best part of this is that final cutscene you get when you beat the max mode, where it's a very creepy cutscene of Poe and Nunu swarming you. Why is it creepy? I don't know. Whenever I see it, it just feels odd and creepy. Probably because it's an old game, and usually old FNAF games just have that type of tone that just feels oddly creepy. For example, I'll talk about this later, but the Return to Freddy's 4 original feels more creepier than the updated version. I'll explain more of that in detail when we get to that in a future video. But it does have a beautiful ending where you can either choose to leave your brother or stay with your brother, which is actually kind of creepy how that's a thing in the game. But overall, the game is cool. Oh, here we go. Five Nights at Sonic's 3. Ha ha ha. Oh, I wish I had more to say, but sadly, there's no 2.0 to talk about. So we'll just have to talk about what we saw, which is honestly beautiful, I might say. This game brings back everyone from the second game. And when I mean everyone, I mean everyone. Well, technically there's no Tails doll, but then again, Tails doll is a concept, and there's no Luigi kid. Anyways, you have all the characters. Let's talk about all of them in detail. You have Salvage Sonic, an even more withered version of Sonic, who's the Springtrap in the game, so you have to lure him away. Then, plot twist, you have Wither Toys, Wither Toy Sonic, Wither Toy Mario, and Wither Toy Yoshi. They will all try to come to your office, and when they do, you must use the mask. Be warned, they can cheat by using the vents as well, like Sonic. Then of course you have the Phantoms. Instead of a Phantom Sonic, it's a Phantom Mario, who acts like Phantom Freddy. You have Phantom Yoshi, Phantom Tails, Phantom Tangled, Phantom Balloon Toad, Phantom Luigi and Net, and you got a Salvage Golden Sonic, or 27 Golden Sonic as he's called, where he's pretty much all inked up. I don't know how to call it. I don't know. He just looks very something. I don't know how to describe it. And you have I'm not gonna say who, but there's an Easter egg character who no one likes anymore, so I won't talk about him. Anyways, what was so fun about this game? Well, should we talk about the true ending? Not really, because all you have to do is just step on some wires, cause something to set on fire, then you have some beautiful credits music. Pretty much. What else? The plot twist of Eggman being going to Sonic was cool. I don't know, just the type of feel of that game just felt very cool. Plus, it's technically a 1v1 between Sonic and Sonic, because you actually play as Sonic in this game. Plus, you have the Game Salmon as the phone call. Actually, you also have the Game Salmon as the phone guy in Puppy Land 3 as well. Still makes me wonder if he actually would return in the 2.0. He probably would. And what was going to be the Easter egg character? My opinion, I thought it would be, I don't know, Dr. Golding or something. No. I would like to do someone cool and insane. Like, I don't know, maybe. I'm still thinking, who could it have been? Maybe a green Mario to represent Springtrap. That would have been cool. Anyways, Five Nights at Sonic 3 is a cool and it's probably the best game. Or maybe, I don't know. I'm still stuck between if Sonic 3 or 4 is the best one. We'll get to that in the next video. That's going to probably be in July. But anyways, Final Nights 3! Nightmares Awaken! This game was cool. It was cool. Pretty much, I don't know how to exactly describe it. It's pretty much, crying child trying to fall asleep. But you can't because there's Weepers. Grim Reaper looking animatronics trying to get you. Well, let me try to remember who they all were. Yes, you have Spring Bonnie, you have Fred Bar, you had Mango for some reason, you have Toy Chica in a plush up like sequence, you have Balloon Boy, and you have the puppet. Though I did like how they used those type of characters instead of just, I don't know, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Fox, even though it would have been cool to see them. Though there are also cool little mini games you can unlock by touching a Fredbear plush. That's like clicking on a Fredbear plushie, and it makes you do secret mini games. You have to choose the right ones. It also unlocks some extra areas in cutscenes, or they're like walking cutscenes because you can explore around in them. One of them will actually lead to some sister location lore. Yes, this is probably one of the first fan games to involve some sister location lore, because Circus Baby is actually a main part of this game, and she dies in the good ending for some reason. I don't know why. Also, this probably has the creepiest Shadow Bonnie theme because it's a slowdown version, but they do it in a creepy way. Probably the same tone I did for the Final Fantasy Moros 2 boss fight. But anyway, Shadow Bonnie was cool. What else was cool? Oh, I love the museum. Though Final Nights 4 still has the best museum, but we'll talk about that later. Anyways, oh, here we go. Five Nights at Candy's 3. Yes, probably the most hyped up FNAF fan game of them all. Pretty much everyone was waiting for this to come out. It had the same amount of hype as Sister Location. So basically, what you do, you have a nightmare rat, and you have a nightmare cat. And what you must do is shine your light at them. And that's it. Yeah, that's actually pretty much it, actually. Rat is more complicated. He'll enter either your left door, your middle closet, or your right closet. I don't know how he gets in those closets, but he's just someone who's in there. You have to shine your light at him, it'll go away. But if you let him enter your room, you have to fight him. You have to hold your light. He'll have to fight. It's like a battle. He'll try to move, but you have to put your light near him. It's like that. Then he'll do one final attempt. He'll hide under your bed. Find him. Immediately get out. Look at the other side. Wait for him to come out. Then you shine at him, and then he'll finally go away. Cat is very easy. He'll slowly make your way towards you, either the far left or far right, and you just shine him. Overall, that's it. There is a boss with Vinny, the sad puppet, but it's pretty much rat but more aggressive. And you have a Shadow Rat challenge where it's just rat but even more challenging. But the best part is probably the Dreamscape, where it's pretty much a side quest. It's almost like its own separate game where you must explore around the place, collect secrets, mini games, figure out where he is. That's also a cool part. There's a full-on ARG where you must ask specific toys, where is he? At least you do break in some codes and some little mini games like the fishing candy thing, the whack-a-mole Sydney thing, Super Mario Bros. Old candy style mini game. And of course, seeing the lollipop man. I forgot his name. Was it Lally? No. It was something else. I forgot what it was. It also led to actually nothing. I don't know what exactly that thing was. I know it was leading towards something, but I don't know what it was. I don't think it even is happening anymore. Was it even a FNAF game? I don't know. Anyways, Financial Treasure Island 3. Oh, that was an April Fool's joke. Let's not talk about that. Anyways, Jolly 3 Chapter 1. This is when Jolly got super popular. Why? Post-night minigames. Let's talk about all the characters though. You had Jolly, George, Tweety, Maxie in withered forms. You have Metalionette. Actually, it's now Antoinette for some reason. But you also had metal animatronics, which are pretty much more dangerous phantoms of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Fixie. What do they all do? Well, the main four, Jolly to Maxie, will come to your office and you must put gas all over your room. Antoinette does not do anything. Freddy is Golden Freddy. What else? I forgot what I was gonna say. Bonnie don't use the lights at all. Chica is somewhat like an inverse of Phantom BB in some way, where instead of immediately clicking away, you actually have to, how do I say this? Stare at her in the cameras, because if you decide to click away, she'll just jump scare you and cause some type of errors and stuff, and you do not want that. And Foxy can actually kill you. Just don't want any oxygen. Yeah, this is probably one of the things that probably a lot of people don't like. There's this thing where every single room has this like oxygen meter type thing, and at random points one of them will break. You can actually tell one of them if you look at their process, and you have to find which one is broken, fix it. The problem is there's like over 20 cameras, so it will take a while for you to find where it is. Actually, there's not 20, there's like 12, which is still a lot, to be honest. Though there is some cheat I learned in one video where you can actually put the camera down and Chica will not attack you at all. For some reason, it somehow works. Anyways, the best part, in everyone's opinion, are the post nights. This is where we actually got the first introduction to post nights, where each night is actually something different. First night, you have to, I don't know exactly, you have to play some, I don't know, like some type of maze-like minigame while Tweety stalks you, and you have to shine your light at her. Not too much, but not too little. I don't know, it's very complicated how that works. Then the next one, you can either choose either the middle or the right. If you choose the right, you'll go to Maxie's room, where you pretty much have to type some things while Maxie, trying to mimic Funtime Freddy, will stalk you, and you just have to stare at him. That's pretty much it. Though, to be honest, I think that's a benefit, because typing can be hard, especially with the type of typing Theo wants you to type, who is the phone guy of this game. Anyways, night 3, you just get jump scare, and you have this even worse scooper, which is an assembly line, which is like some spike thing, and at random, you have to try and dodge it, or else you're dead. Night 4, if you chose the middle, all you have to do is look, you enter the Jolly's room. He won't do anything. You can get the safe. By the way, throughout all this, we look for safes or something. Before that, Antoinette will come in, talk about some stuff, while the FNAF 3 good ending spawns in. Night 5, it just leads to Chapter 2. Yes, there is a Chapter 2, and we'll have to talk about that later. But for now, I would say that probably this was definitely one of the best Jolly games. Though, honestly, I feel like the reason why I did like Jolly, and it's gonna sound so selfish, was because of the FNAF 1 gang. Which is very selfish, because really, you should be there for like the main character, not just the FNAF 1 gang, who do return in Chapter 2, have more of a prominent role. And such, so yeah, but we'll get to that later. But as it stands, Jolly 3, it is what it is. Anyways, sketches! Yeah, this is the third installment of the Breaking the Magic series. I don't really have that much to say, because I forgot pretty much everything about it, but it was kind of, I do remember watching a lot of videos of it, specifically the Next Geniuses. I think I could talk about all the characters that are in the game, at least the ones I can remember. There was Sketch Mini, Oswald, Mini, Goofy, Donald, Hortensia, PNM. Who else? There was some weird Oswald looking thing. Ancient Mickey, I think. Yeah, that's it. I don't remember who else. But that's pretty much all I remember from that game. Let's move on to Five Nights from Max Night 3. Yeah, I would like to explain a lot about it, but it's not canon. Yeah, this game is not canon for some reason. Even though they could have just made it, oh, it's a dream from someone. Then it would have made it canon. Yeah, but anyways, this one's very different because you're in a boat this time. You're in a boat, not an actual restaurant. You're in a boat. Actually, a boat that actually exists in real life called the McBarge or something like that. The McBargy Barge. Anyways, you have 5 animatrons killing you or trying to kill you. You have Mac Tonight or Rotten Mac Tonight, I think is he's called. The Hamburglar, Mayor McCheese, Grimace's uncle, and Pirate, whatever his name is. I forgot his name. Pirate. Captain something. Captain. I forgot the pirate's name. Anyways, yeah, they're all pretty much trying to kill you. This one has a unique cam where you have to actually go into different tabs in the camera to leak some water because avatars hate water. You do this for the 3 doorways and some 3 barrels. The Hamburglar will try to go inside. Well, Grimace will try to tamper with your stuff, and you have to flood the whole place by pressing F. There's also a creepy Shadow Mac Easter egg. Overall, this game's cool. Now let's talk about Chapter 2 of Jolly 3. You've all probably been waiting for that. Chapter 2. This one, you go underground, and you have free roaming for night 1 and 5. That's it. Yeah, there's not that much free roaming, but it's very cool. You get to explore the whole building. It's pretty much a setup to what Jolly 4 would do. Oh my god, Jolly 4. I can't wait to talk all about that. Anyways, back to what I was saying, which is I forgot. Hold on. No, I can remember. Jolly 4. Oh, right. So pretty much you're in a different office. You can look in front of you and behind you. You have a jammer. That's how you defeat the 2 animatronics. Yeah, there's really only 2 you deal with. Jolly and George. The same ones from the last game, except Jolly decided to take off his mask because he was suffocating in it. Reveal his face because plot twist, Jolly is pretty much another Springtrap. Yes, he's another Springtrap for some reason. I don't know why. He just is. Anyways, you just use the jammer against him. And with a phantom animatronic as well. Yeah, there's still phantoms in this, but there's only 2, and they're called shadows instead because they're purple, obviously. Tweety and Maxie, of course. Tweety is just Phantom Puppet. While Tweety will slowly build herself together, and when she's full on complete, she'll kill you. She'll use the jammer before she decides to kill you. But there's another section, of course. After each night, you have to collect some data. Kind of like FNAF 6 in a way. While that, you have 3 doors. And you're for some reason in your house. And for some reason, nightmare versions of all the OGs are here. Yes, that's right. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Fixie are back. In comboed, withered nightmares combining called the Rusty animatronics. Because they're very, very rusty. What you have to do with them is simple. Actually, it's not. Pretty much, your doors are locked. All of them. But if one of them ends up opening, you have to shut them. But before you shut the door, you have to listen if they're breathing. Because if they are breathing, you have to shine your light on them. But if they're not breathing, just straight up close the door. What happens if you do close it when you're breathing? Well, they somehow just kill you. I don't know how. They just do. Anyways, in night 5, in the end, Thea will tell you the oxygen's run out. So you have to go to an area that looks like Jolly 1, where it's pretty much FNAF 1 combined with Breaker Room section. Once that is away, you go to an elevator, boom, Springtrap, and that leads into Jolly 4 somehow. I don't know how, and we'll probably never know how, but it just does. Anyway, this game is cool. Very cool. Though I'm pretty sure everyone agrees that the highlight was definitely the FNAF 4 like section, but the main gameplay is still cool, but the Rusty animatronics were very cool. least in my opinion, they were one of the coolest things I've seen, at least. Man, 2018 was definitely a cool time for fan games. And 19 and 17. I feel old when saying it because we're talking about like the peak era of FNAF fan games. At least for me it was. Like it was just such a nice era to be in. And now that's all gone. For some reason. Let's talk about Day Shift of Freddy's 3. Oh yeah. I actually have some things to say. Mainly not of the day shift part, but actually the night shift part. Where it's pretty much FNAF World. Where you get to team up with Dave, Puppet, 2 phone guys, a puppy. Why? I don't know, but it's so much fun because it's FNAF World and you have the 90s running in the 90s song playing. It's so much fun and actually very dark and emotional at the same time. This thing gets really dark and sad. It has probably had the most emotional endings. Yes. Now from one emotional ending to another. Sorry, I have not that much to say. I mean, we could talk about some No, I really don't have that much else to say about Day Shift of Freddy's 3. I'll pretty much sell it up overall. But we have to talk about another emotional ending. One Night of Flumpty's 3. Yes, that's right. We jump skipped it because there were honestly no threequels I could think of in 2019 or 2020. If technically Day Shift of Freddy's came out in 2019, but it was like January. And it was a demo in 2018, so that alone is confusing. But yes, there were no threequels at all for some reason, so we jump skipped right up to the end of 2021. I know, shocking, but it is what it is. If there is any threequels I have forgotten throughout 2019 and 2020, let me know, please. I would love to know if there was anything I missed. But from what I remember, there was one, or what I've tried to search up, the only thing I found in 2021 was One Night of Flumpty's 3! Yay, 3! This game was definitely beyond. It's pretty much simple. You have the main cast, except for Flumpty. I guess I have to explain what they all do. Blam is simple. He'll enter your middle hallway, take a picture of him, and he'll leave. The clown man's opposite. Don't take a picture of him. Why are you doing all this? You're in a freezing area. You're in some cold Arctic-like temperature, and you have one fireplace. You have to go there every so often and just chill. But be careful. Redman could be snooping in there, and if he sees you, you're dead. You have the beaver, or the bull, the beav owl. Pretty much the owl died, and someone decided to take half of his head and smush it in the beaver's body for some reason. What you must do, he'll be in the vent. Take a picture of him in the vent. Simple as that. What else is there? Who else comes out? I think Golden Flumpty is next. He's pretty much a phantom, which is pretty cool how he is a phantom because it's like an homage to FNAF 3. And then there's Eyesore Man. Eyesore. And he will just randomly appear in your hallway. You have to take 2 pictures of him for him to go away. And that's actually it. Once you reach 6 a.m., Flumpty will be pissed, and you have to do a boss of him. We'll do everything as before, but we're adding new things. You have the exposure, where if you hear some explosion sound effect, take pictures. You'll have lasers with 2 extra doors. If you see someone there, or look at the cameras, laser it up. I don't know what that meant. You have viruses randomly appearing in your computer. Turn them off. You have someone who messes with the generator and the cameras. Use laser. And there's so much other stuff, like room switching. I don't know, this boss fight is honestly way beyond and showed how insane FNAF games can be and such. And has a nice soundtrack, yes, and also has the most beautiful piece of the Shadow Bonnie theme, and has a very emotional ending with Harmo where you reach 6 a.m. But before that, you reach Salami for some reason, because why not? Overall, this was definitely a great ending to the One Night of Flumpty series. Now, let's go to another ending of the series. I just realized these trilogies are like endings, kind of. But not really. Some of them are, not all. Five Nights at the Krusty Krabs, Chapter 3. Yes, probably the most shocking thing to be revealed. Which was originally called Five Nights at Rock Bottom. Because of it was based off of SpongeBob, so you probably know where that place is. I've never seen it. I never watched an episode related to the rock bottom, but that sounds like a creepy place. It's also a song, one of my favorite songs actually, made by Haley Stein. But anyways, moving on. In this game, you're in some like military like area thing where you have a hammerhead boy, Patrick mushed with SpongeBob. You have to shine a light on them. Plankton's here, acting like Helpy. Squidward's here carrying his head. Sandy's here, not looking like Sandy at all. And Phantoms are here, paying homage to FNAF 3. You have a hammerhead boss fight. It was made in Unity. And Next Genius is here as the night guard. Because why not? Though the ending was honestly very funny, at least for me. I don't know. It just felt so odd just seeing random screenshots of just real life as the ending. It felt so funny. Also, Next Genius swore in this game. Anyways, moving on from that. And we got we're jump skimming all the way to 2023 already with Freddy in Space 3, another troll. But I gotta say, the main highlight of this Freddy in Space 3 was the soundtrack. But I swear to God, no one talks about the soundtrack, especially the ones from Somewhere to Nowhere. That sounds like almost like the Alchemist Fantasy 3. I swear, we should dig more deep into those because some of them actually do reference past games. Like honestly, we should really take a look at Freddy in Space 3 soundtracks. Anyway, that's all I pretty much have to say. I don't know what about highlights there were for Freddy in Space 3, at least for me. I mean, the DJ music and boss fight was cool. Anyways, Nightmare Below Disney doesn't exist. What is this? This was supposed to be the third installment of Treasure Island, where it was pretty much a Nightmare Before Disney remaster, but just ended up being a troll. So I don't know why I even included it here, but it is what it is. Now we're skipping forward to 2024. We have 2 more installments. Yeah, we're almost done, believe it or not. FNAF 3 Deluxe, which is the deluxe version of FNAF 3. What is included? Well, new soundtracks, obviously. We have Phantom Bonnie finally added, and there's a new guy called Chrome Freddy, who people believe to be the Golden Freddy of this, where we just spawn in using audio. He actually kills you instead of phantomizing jump scare you, which is cool. The 8-bit minigames were updated to some Princess Quest, which I can't wait to try out. Actually, tomorrow, believe it or not. By the time you're seeing this, tomorrow will be the first Let's Play of FNAF 3 Deluxe, surprisingly, which in my opinion is very cool. But moving on from that, there is an Epic Night 8 boss fight with the Amalgamation, which is pretty much Mango on steroids, because Mango with other twin animatronics, yes, and you have to deal with him with a beautiful soundtrack right there made by Planet 11, I think was the name. Anyways, that's all I pretty much have to say about FNAF 3 Deluxe. Now we have the final one. It's gonna be a shock one. It's the FNAF 3 Anniversary Edition. No, not the remember what I'm talking about. It's actually called FNAF 3 Fan Made Anniversary Edition, but it's pretty much the Return to Freddy's, the original, the OG, when it first came out, but in a remastered form, and it's very beautiful. Why is it very beautiful, you must ask? By its mechanics and graphics. It honestly felt like an alternate universe version of FNAF 3, just by how it felt, it looked. Basically, you're in this cool like FNAF 1 space theme like area. You have Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Balloon Boy, and the puppet all coming after you. And Golden Freddy for some reason. I don't know, he's there. So what do you do with all of them? Bonnie will come to your left doorway. Instead of closing the door, you actually have to open your door this time. That's a plot twist. And let Bonnie in so you can do your mask thing. Same thing for Chica, but it says the vent, but you still have to open the right door for some reason. Yeah, that's the plot twist. You actually have to keep the doors closed, and it will actually take a struggle for you to open them. And you have to close them right back up, or also waste a lot of power. Surprising. Foxy is a little bit different. Random times, Foxy will try to leave his cove. You have to flash your light at him in the cameras. If you flash your light at him when he's not peeking out of his cove, well, full on peeking out, he will kill you actually. Who's next? Sugar the cat. It's a cat. Sugar the cat. She will come to your vents. You have to shine your light at her before she, destroys your oxygen, and then put on the mask when she enters in the office. Freddy Fazbear is actually very easy. He'll try to leave, stare at him to put him back, pretty much. But if you fail, he'll come to your right door and you have to actually flash, shine, bang your light on him. You know, you use the light thing and it'll just make a massive explosion type light thing. Same with Balloon Boy as well, who'll come from the left, but you can't stall him back. If you let him in, he'll waste your power. And of course, we have to talk about the puppet. Where instead of winding up the box, you have to wind down the box. Yes, you have to wind down the box. Yes, indeed. Oh. Golden Freddy, I think you can't keep your mask on because, well, first of all, it's toxic, but he'll kill you if the mask is on for too long, I guess. That's what I can remember. At least that's what I've seen from other videos. I don't know. But yeah, that's honestly why I like this game. It took mechanics from FNAF, but twist them up in fun ways. So which is why I think this deserves to be in this video. And that's all I think I have to say. I would talk about Fire Some More 3 after the fire, but like that's just cheating because it's not even out yet. And honestly, I don't even know what other third installments are even coming out at some point soon. There maybe are some, but I don't remember. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you. Oh no, don't start with that. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing for more content like this and for the FNAF 4 video that we're gonna do. Probably like in July. Not sure if I'll do a assist location FNAF 5 type stuff for this. We'll see later on. And I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.